If someone told you that for just over $80,000, you could own a Tesla electric plane, it might sound like a fantasy. But not long ago, people said the same about electric cars. 15 years later, that so-called fantasy became the spark that ignited a global transformation. Today, that same revolutionary energy is taking flight literally, expanding beyond cars and batteries into the skies. This new wave of innovation is driven by 5 powerful forces: a surprisingly low price, ultra-low operating costs, a smart charging infrastructure, scalable manufacturing, and advanced safety software. Combined, they are rewriting the rules of aviation, threatening Boeing's decades-long dominance and ushering in a new era of affordable, accessible air travel that feels closer to reality than ever before. The Tesla Super Electric Plane, priced at around $83,595, has shocked the industry. To put that in perspective, most traditional piston-engine aircraft seating 4 to 5 passengers like the Cessna 1072, Piper Archer TX, or Cirrus SR-20, costs anywhere from $400,000 to over $1 million. That makes Tesla's plane roughly 1/5 to 1/10 the price of these. Conventional models, this dramatic price difference could be the single biggest disruptor in general aviation history. It lowers the barrier to entry so much that individuals, flight schools, local air taxi startups, and small cargo operators could all suddenly afford to own and operate planes. It's a shift that could move aviation from being an exclusive industry to one that's open to local entrepreneurs and private pilots. But affordability alone isn't enough. It only matters if owners can fly often. Fortunately, the United States already has nearly 19,500 airports, with about 5,100 open for public use. That's an incredible foundation for decentralized aviation. It means smaller operators, especially those based near residential areas, industrial zones, or along highways, could fly their planes frequently without relying on large airport hubs. And here's where Tesla's model gets even more powerful. Demand already exists. In 2024, the general aviation market generated around $31.2 billion. It's driven largely by expensive aircraft that few could afford. Tesla's much lower price point could unleash massive pent-up demand, attracting thousands of new buyers who were priced out until now. That opens up a world of short-range, high-frequency missions. Think inner-city commutes, local air taxi services, and small-scale cargo delivery. These short flights, typically between 50 and 300 miles, are perfect for electric aviation. They fit neatly into the existing airport network and allow for frequent trips throughout the day. In other words, what was once a hobby for a few could become a viable business model for many. Even though Boeing focuses primarily on large aircraft like the 737, 787, and 777, the Tesla Super Electric Plane could still impact them indirectly. Boeing's Global Services division, which earned around $20 billion in 2024, depends partly on maintenance and parts for smaller aircraft and short-haul operations. If electric planes begin replacing small piston or turbine planes on short routes, Boeing's service revenues could take a hit over time. Tesla isn't competing head-on with
Boeing's
large jetsets attacking from below. In the light aviation market that Boeing doesn't dominate, that's often how disruption begins. Tesla's approach mirrors what it did in the automotive world. Start small, perfect the technology, and scale up until the legacy players can't keep up. When comparing the Tesla Super Electric Plane to something like a fully loaded pickup truck, the choice might seem strange, but it actually makes sense. Both cost about the same, but one can fly hundreds of miles above traffic for pennies on the dollar. The key to understanding Tesla's advantage is cost per flight hour, the ultimate metric in aviation economics, and this is where electric aircraft completely outclass traditional planes. First, there's maintenance. The Tesla Super Electric Plane uses an electric motor with very few moving parts, no pistons, no oil changes, and no complex fuel systems. That means far fewer things that can wear out or break. Just as Tesla's electric cars require half the maintenance costs of gas-powered vehicles, The same principle applies in aviation. The result is lower lifetime costs and more predictable maintenance schedules. Second, there's the energy cost. Consider the Pipistrel Electro, one of the few certified electric aircraft in operation. It consumes about 22 kilowatt-hours of electricity for roughly 50 minutes of flight. At an average U.S. commercial electricity price of 12 to 13 cents per kWh, that's a total of just $2.60 to $2.90 per full charge event, accounting for charging inefficiencies. Now, compare that to a Cessna 172, which burns 9 to 10 gallons of aviation fuel per hour, with 100 LL avgas averaging around $6 per gallon in late 2025. The fuel cost alone is $55, $65 per flight hour, and that's before adding oil, spark plugs, overhauls, and other maintenance expenses. That's a 20-to-1 difference in variable costs per flight hour. And since Tesla's aircraft is likely to use even more efficient batteries and motor systems than the Pipistrel, the gap could widen even further for fleet owners. These lower costs open up new business models. They could offer short, affordable trips between nearby cities or towns, routes of 52, 150 miles at prices that make sense for both the operator and the passenger. The U.S. airport network is perfectly suited for this. With 5,100 public airports, most towns and small cities already have a runway within reach. Tesla's fleet could make multiple daily flights, maximizing aircraft utilization and turning what was once a niche service into a profitable operation. In this model, Tesla's strength lies not in replacing Boeing's big jets, but in filling the gaps where Boeing doesn't compete: short-distance travel, local air logistics, and personal mobility. Electric flight isn't just cleaner or quieter, it's economically superior for short hops. Fuel costs highlight this even further. In mid-2025, jet fuel prices on the U.S. Gulf Coast hovered around $2 to $2.20 per gallon wholesale, with retail prices at local airports often far higher. Compared to electricity, the difference in long-term operating costs is enormous. For frequent flights, this creates a compounding advantage that internal combustion simply can't match. Of course, the biggest challenge for electric planes isn't the cost, it's charging speed. Planes can't spend hours recharging between flights if they're meant to operate like taxis or cargo haulers. This is where Tesla brings its signature innovation to the table: the Air Supercharger network. Just like Tesla's superchargers for cars, these Air Superchargers are designed for aviation. Each one combines a high-powered DC megawatt-class connector with an on-site energy storage system, allowing planes to recharge in as little as 25 to 40 minutes. These hubs transform airports from static refueling points into smart energy stations capable of high-frequency turnaround. It's a simple but revolutionary concept. By integrating fast charging and energy buffering, Tesla ensures that electric aircraft can fly multiple times per day without downtime. This new ecosystem could change how small aviation operates altogether. Imagine regional networks of air superchargers connected across hundreds of small airports. Pilots could fly from one city to another, recharge in half an hour, and continue their route, all without relying on fossil fuels or complex logistics. And all of this plain charging, maintenance, and software integration comes together for roughly the same cost as a high-end car. At $83,595, the Tesla Super Electric plane is not a luxury item. It's a practical business tool with real economic value. Operating costs are a fraction of traditional aviation. Charging is fast and scalable, and maintenance is minimal. Combined with Tesla's AI-powered co-pilot systems and predictive diagnostics, this aircraft could make flying as simple as driving and just as routine. For communities, the implications are profound. Local airports could become hubs of clean, quiet, affordable air transport. Small towns could reconnect through on-demand regional air travel, allowing people and goods to move between cities faster than ever. Flight schools could expand training programs at lower costs, making pilot licenses more accessible. Small businesses could move time-sensitive cargo regionally without the cost of trucking or commercial flights. Air taxi services could link suburbs and cities, bypassing traffic altogether. Even more impressive is the sustainability aspect. With renewable energy sources like solar and wind, these planes could operate almost emission-free. Offering a new benchmark in green transportation, Tesla's vision here isn't just about creating a new vehicle. It's about building a complete aviation ecosystem: electric aircraft, charging networks, smart energy management, and AI flight systems all integrated into one seamless platform. What's most exciting is that this isn't a distant dream. The components already exist. The battery technology from Tesla's automotive line, AI co-pilot systems adapted from full self-driving, energy storage innovations from Powerwall and Megapack, and charging infrastructure expertise from the Supercharger. Network, all of it comes together naturally for electric aviation for the first time. The economics, infrastructure, and technology are aligned. The idea of flying point to point, affordably and sustainably, is no longer science fiction, it's engineering reality. So, imagine this. Tomorrow morning, a Tesla super electric plane lands quietly in your town. No roar of engines, no fuel smell, just a soft electric whir. You could book a seat to the next city for the price of a long car ride. A local pilot could earn income flying it daily. A small Busan